Hello, good morning to all of you. Today we will discuss about the design of belt drives. So in this topic, first of all, what are the belts? So belts are basically used for power transmitting between two shafts by means of friction. So belt drives are also called as flexible drives, whereas your gears all are type of rigid drives. So in case of belt drive, these are the flexible drives. In content wise, we will discuss the what are the various type of belt drive, or how we will design the belts. So we will discuss these main concerns about the belt drives. So first of all, there are in belt drives there are two types of drives. Common types of belts are used. First one is flat and V belts. uh, there are belt and rope and chain drive are also called as a flexible drives, which I have already discussed. So gear drives are known as the rigid drives. In gear drives, there is a direct contact between the two surfaces, between the two pulleys. From one pulley to another, we are transmitting the power. The two pulleys are in direct contact with each other, whereas in case of belts or flexible drives, in that case, two pulleys mm, are far away from each other, but the power is transmitted from one pulley to another by means of belts. So these are there are certain advantages of belt drives. So belt drives can transmit power over a considerable distance between the axis of driving and driven shaft. So this is flexible, whereas in rigid type, there is a direct contact between the two shafts, that is driving and driven. The operation of belt drive is smooth and silent. They can transmit only a definite load, which, if exceeded, will cause a belt to slip over the pulley, thus protecting the parts of drive against overload. They have ability to absorb the shock. They are simple to design. They have low initial cost. These are the certain advantages of belt drives. So disadvantage is that the two pulleys are lying far away from each other. There is no direct contact. So they will occupy more space as compared to that of rigid type. The velocity ratio is not constant due to belt slip. They impose heavy load on shaft and bearing. There is a considerable loss of power resulting in low efficiency. Belt drives have comparatively short service life. So these are the certain disadvantages of belt drive. So belt drives are classified into two types. First one is flat belt and another one is V belt. In case of flat belt, belts have a narrow rectangular cross section, whereas V belts have a, you can see that the V belts have a trapezoidal cross section. So there are certain advantages of the flat belt over the V belt. They can be flat belt are easily available, cheap. So these are the certain advantages. Also, certain more advantages of flat belt over V. Similarly, there are certain advantages of the V belt over the flat belt. So you can go through these. What are the advantages and disadvantages of flat belt over V belt and V belt over flat belt? So we will discuss about the belt construction. There are certain desirable properties of the belt material. While selecting any material, there must be certain properties that must be available. First one is the belt material should have high coefficient of friction with the pulley. The belt material should have a high tensile strength to withstand belt tension. The belt material should have high wear resistance. The belt material should have high flexibility and low rigidity in bending in order to avoid bending stresses while passing over the pulley. These these are the desirable properties of the belt material which is selected in case of belt. So belts are generally made up of leather, canvas, rubber or rubberized fabric synthetic material. So there are generally two types of flat belt. First one is leather belt and second one is fabric rubber belt. The leather belt is made up of best quality leather obtained from either side of the backbone of the steer. So also there is a specific term ply of the belt. In order to make a practical thick belt, the layers of the belt materials are cemented together. These layers are called the plies of the belt. Belts are specified according to number of layers or plies, that may be single ply, double ply or triple ply belts. The power rating of the belt is also specified per ply of the belt. So this is all about the ply of the belt, and these there are different methods to join these plies, different plies which are available. First one is cemented method. In case of cemented method, cemented belts are cemented with a tapered lap joint of length 20 to 25 times belt thickness. Second one is lace joints with metal fastener. These are the different methods to join the different types of plies of the belt. Now terminology in case of flat belt drive. So basically we have already discussed about the belt drive, how they are transmitting the power in your course, that is in previous semester, that is mechanics of machine. So we will not go detail into that, how you will explain the get the expression for the length of the belt drive, how you will get the expression for the power transmitted. All these things as explained earlier in the third sem, that is your course mechanics of machine. So first one is your terminology of flat belt drive. There is a one pulley which is known as driver, which supplies power to the other mechanical component, and second one is known as the driven, in which the power which follows the driver or receives the power from the driver. And there is a tight side that is under maximum tension, and there is a one side in minimum tension that is denoted by T2, and arc of contact is the portion of the belt which is in contact with the pulley surface. So there are two types of belt drives. First one is open belt drive. Open belt drive is that in which a belt drive, in which the belt proceeds from the top of one pulley to the top of another without crossing. In open belt drive, both driving and driven pulley, this is your driving, this one is your driving, and this one is driven. Both are rotating in the same direction. This is the different. This is all about the open belt drive. This side is your tight side, and this one is your slack side. Tension is more in lower side than in the upper side. Next type of belt drive is known as the cross belt drive. In case of cross belt drive, the angle of wrap is more, whereas uh, belt driving pulley proceeds from top of one pulley. This is top of one pulley, and proceeds from the top of one pulley to the bottom of another and crosses over itself. This is one pulley. This belt is crosses and moves over the second pulley. This is known as the cross belt drive. Both pulleys rotate in the opposite direction. The shaft range parallel are rotating in the opposite direction. So this lower side, the slack side and tight side are also represented in the diagram. This is all about the cross belt drive. Next is geometric relations. So this is all about the open belt drive. In case of open belt drive, this alpha S is known as the wrap angle for smaller pulley, and alpha B is the known as the wrap angle for smaller pulley, for larger pulley, sorry, big pulley. And small d is the diameter of smaller pulley, and capital D is the diameter of the bigger pulley. So in this case, we have derived the expression for length of open belt drive. This is the expression for length of open drive. We have already done this in the third semester. That is the how we will get the expression for length of open belt drive and cross belt drive. And this sine beta, and from this you can calculate the wrap angle for smaller pulley, that is 180. This angle is alpha S. Alpha S is 180 minus 2 beta, and your alpha B is 180 plus 2 beta. And geometric relationship for the cross belt drive, this alpha S is wrap angle for smaller pulley, alpha B is the wrap angle for the larger pulley, and alpha S is basically 180 plus 2 beta, and alpha B is also 180 plus 2 beta. And this is the expression for length of belt in case of cross belt drive. So in case of flat belt drive, this is how we will analyze the power transmission. Analysis of belt drive. In flat belt drive, we will calculate the P1 is the belt tension in the tight side, P2 is the belt tension in the loose side of the pulley, and M is the mass of 1 meter length of belt, that is kg per meter. V is the velocity of belt, F is the coefficient of friction, alpha is the angle of wrap for belt. So this is the expression for ratio of tensions, that is P1 minus mv square, P2 minus mv square equal to e raised to power f alpha. This expression we have drawn already in the last time, that is in case of belt and rope and chain drive. So this is all about the flat belt drive. This is the ratio of driving tension in case of flat belt drive. In case of B belt drive, this cross section is trapezoidal in cross section. We have already discussed, and this angle is theta. This angle is theta. This will be given to you that in case of B belt drive, the angle is semi angle is given this much. From that you can know the value of theta. So in case of V belt drive, the expression for ratio of driving tension is given by P1 minus mv square divided by P2 minus mv square equal to e raised to power f alpha by sine theta by 2. This is the expression in case of V belt drives. The both the expressions for the ratio of driving tension are same except the term, that is sine theta by 2, appearing in case of V belt drive. So we can say that if this f by sine theta by 2 is the effective coefficient of friction in case of flat belt drive. So if we take any value of theta, that is, if suppose we take theta equal to 40, we find out that the coefficient of V belt drive is 2.92 times that of the flat belt. So from that you can predict that your V belts are more powerful as compared to that of the flat belt drive. This is the effective pull in the belt is given by P2 minus P2 into P1 minus P2, that is the net effective pull, and power transmitted is into V. If it is given in kilowatt, we will divide it by 1000. This is all about the ratio of driving tension and the power transmitted in case of flat belt and V belt drive. Next is the condition for transmission of maximum power. This is the expression for maximum tension is in the belt is given by sigma. Sigma is P max by area. Area is BT, so P max equal to BT sigma. Since there is tension due to centrifugal force, so we can take that P1 equal to P max minus PC. Now this term is there is tension due to centrifugal. The power transmitted will be maximum. Maximum will be, if we differentiate double differentiate and the value comes out to be negative, then it is a condition of maxima, and from that you can calculate the velocity, which is P max by 3m. This is the condition for optimum velocity of the belt for maximum power transmission. Next is the characteristics of flat belt. In case of flat belt drive, there is the term creep. Creep is the relative motion of the belt. It is when it passes over the pulley. While moving from tight side to, this is your tight side, this is your loose side. While moving from tight to loose side over the pulley, the belt element is transferred from zone of high tension to zone of low tension. At this point, the tension is higher, and at this point, tension is less. As the tension is in the belt is reduced, the belt becomes shortened and creep along surface of this causes relative motion between the belt and the between the belt and the pulley surface. So this creep results in decrease in the angular velocity, and efficiency of the belt is also reduced. And second one is horizontal drive and vertical drive. The flat belt drive can be horizontal or vertical. As it is shown, this is horizontal drive and this is your vertical drive. This drive is called horizontal if the centers of the driving and driven pulley are in horizontal line. So this center is in horizontal line. If the center in vertical line, this is known as the vertical drive. In case of horizontal drive, this upper side is always kept loose side, because on the upper side, the sag of the belt due to its own weight slightly increases the arc of contact with the pulleys and increases the efficiency of the drive. When the lower side is loose, the sag will reduce the angle of wrap with the pulleys. That's why we will keep this upper side as the loose side in that case. Also, for velocity ratio less than 3, your C is the center distance, which is taken as D plus 1.5D. For velocity ratio more than 3, we can take C equal to D. Velocity ratio is N2 by N1, that is the driven to driving, equal to D1 by D2, that is the ratio of diameters. So we will solve one numerical problem, that is, two pulleys are given, one is your driving, another one is driven, and the power transmitting capacity is 15 kilowatt of power, and the center distance between the pulley is twice the diameter of the bigger pulley. If the bigger pulley diameter is capital D, smaller is small d, so center distance will be 2 times that of the bigger pulley diameter. And also RPM is given. Smaller pulley is rotating with 1440 RPM, larger pulley is rotating with 480 RPM. The belt should operate at a speed velocity of 20 meters per second, and stress in the belt should not exceed 2.25 Newton per mm square. The density of the leather is 0.95 gram per cc, and the coefficient of friction is 0.35. Thickness of the belt is given. Calculate the diameter of the pulley, length and width of the pulley, and the belt tensions. So we have to calculate 3 variables. So first of all, we will calculate the diameter of the pulleys. So in order to calculate the diameter, you have given velocity equal to pi dn by 60. So you have given the value of velocity, that is 20 meter per second. So from that you can calculate the value of diameter. So your diameter comes out to be 270 mm. This is the diameter of the smaller pulley, because this is the diameter of the smaller pulley, because we have used the RPM 1440. This is given for the driving pulley. Now, from the velocity ratio, you can calculate the diameter of the larger pulley. Once you have calculated the smaller and larger diameter of the pulley, and also center distance is given 2 times of the diameter of the larger pulley. From that, you can calculate the length of belt in case of this open belt drive. Now, next is you have to calculate the belt width and belt tension. So you can calculate the velocity, correct belt velocity, that is 20.3 meter per second. In actual, the value is given 20 meter per second, but the corrected one is 20.36. And alpha s is the wrap angle for smaller pulley, which is 180 minus 2 sine inverse d minus d by 2c. So from this you can calculate the wrap angle for the smaller pulley. Also, so alpha s comes out to be 2.81 radians. Why we have calculated this angle? Because in case of ratio of driving tension, we will use these this variable in that case. So the density of the leather belt is given 0.95 gram per cubic centimeter. So the volume of 1 meter length will be length into width into thickness. So we have taken thickness is given, we take width as b, and b width is given in mm. Also, so once you have calculated volume, so your density is mass per unit volume. So mass will be density into volume. So this term is your volume. So we have multiplied it by density. So this is the value in this expression. For m, there is a one unknown variable, that is b, that is the width of the belt. So mv square is the centrifugal tension, which is m into v square. M is given, and V, that is the corrected velocity, we have calculated 20.36. We have used the corrected velocity. So this term is 1.97b. And e raised power f alpha, f is coefficient of friction and alpha is we have calculated. So this value comes out to be 2.67. So this is the expression for ratio of driving tension. So from this we have obtained one equation, that is P1 minus 2.67 P2 plus 3.29 B. So this equation carries three unknown variables, that is P1, P2, B, which cannot be calculated from this one equation. So in order to calculate these three variables, we require different conditions. Also, in the numerical problem, the maximum stress in the belt is given, that is 2.25 Newton per mm square. Since sigma is given, so maximum tension by area of belt. So from this you can calculate the value of maximum tension, which is sigma into area. Your area will be, that is, your thickness is 5 and width is b, that is 5b. So this is the value of P1. So your P1 minus PV into V. So this power is given 15 kilowatt. So your, this is the driving tension, that is P1 minus driving force, P1 minus driving P1 minus P2 B equal to power. So from this there is the one expression, P1 minus P2 equal to 736.74. Now we can solve. This is your equation number 1, this is equation number 2, this is equation number 3. So from three equations, three unknown variables, by solving three equations simultaneously, we will get the three variables, that is B, P1 and P2. This is all we have to calculate, that is the length and width of the belt and the belt tensions. We have calculated the width of the belt and also the belt tensions. This is all about the numerical problem. So also, in order to clear it more, we will discuss one numerical problem that is related to B belt drive. So in case of B belt drive, the center distance between the pulley is given 1 meter. Dimensions of the cross section of the belt are given. The dimensions are given. This is trapezoidal in cross section. This length is given 22 and this is given 14 and this angle is given 20. So this total angle is 40. So this means this angle is 20 and this angle is 20. So we have to, in order to calculate this length, this is this length B2, we require 22 minus 2 times of BC, because in order to calculate the area we require this length B2. The density of the composite belt is given, allowable tension per belt is given 850 Newton. How many belts are required for the application? Your motor pulley and compressor, pitch diameter is given for both, coefficient of friction is given, speed is given. So we have to calculate how many belts are required for this. So first of all, diameters are given, center distance is given, density is given, and P1 is given 850 Newton, coefficient of friction is given, and theta is 40 degrees given. So you can calculate the value of alpha s, which is a wrap angle for smaller pulley, that is 180 minus 2 sine inverse d minus d by 2c. So once you have calculated this value of alpha s, then you can calculate the value of ratio of driving tension, which is uh, P1 minus P1 minus mv square divided by P2 minus mv square equal to e raised power f alpha sine theta by 2. So we have calculated this variable, that is e f alpha sine theta by 2. So also mass of belt per meter length, in order to calculate that, we have calculated this length. This is B2. In order to calculate B2, 22 minus 2 times BC. So we have done similar way. We have calculated width B2 at the base. So area of cross section in case of trapezoidal section is half into 18.81 B2 plus 22 into, this is depth, this is 40. So we have calculated the area of cross section. Once you have calculated area of cross section, you can calculate the mass, which is density into volume. Area of cross section is known and length is taken as 100 centimeter. 1 meter belt is 100 centimeter. So this value is coming out in kg per meter. So once you have calculated this, you can calculate V, which is pi d n by 60. That is the velocity of the belt, mv square. So we have substituted the value of mv square in ratio expression, that is ratio for driving tension in case of V belt drive. We have already calculated this variable f alpha sine theta by 2. This is 4.4. mv square is 117.68. So also maximum allowable tension, that is 850 is given, that is P1 is 850. So we will substitute P1 is 850. From this expression you can calculate the value of P2, and from that you can calculate the rating capacity of the belt, which comes out to be 12.8, and in actual it is connecting a 20 kilowatt motor. So number of belts required for this case is 20 divided by 12.8. So approximate 2 number of belt drives are required in this case. Thank you.